Hey world, it's Tobo. It is November the 17th of 2013, and welcome back to the party. I'm going to do another one of these spy-only casts, because I enjoy my spy-only casts, damn it. And that's confusing. I don't screw up the names like 100% of the time. Though I do still somehow occasionally screw up the names. Today, we're going to have Wodar as the start of our show, because I don't get to cast Wodar very much, and it feels good to cast him again. And I haven't, watched this, so I don't know how many people he plays, but his first opponent, and possibly his only opponent, is Canadian Bacon. How long has it been since we've seen him? Oh, man, I'm so excited for this. Alright, so, it's gonna be Wodar versus Canadian Bacon. To start things off, Tuesday is the friendship cast, as is my way. I'm really excited because it looks like I might be able to get Blood Wolf on the show. It's not confirmed yet, but the hope is there. We're still trying to work things out. There's a little bit of concern about the parrot, but it should be alright. And then Spy on the Hill happens again, probably on Friday. It's been pretty consistently on Friday, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it's going to be Friday at 10 o'clock Eastern. So there, I said it. And then the next show will be Sunday again. Are there any other announcements I want to make? I don't think so, so let's get to the spy party. Once again, we've got Wodar as the spy, Canadian Bacon as the sniper for this set, and away we go, playing Classic Balcony, which means any 2 of 3 no purloin. Available missions are Bug Ambassador, Contact Double Agent, and Seduce Target. We've got 20 seconds gone. Nothing's really happened yet. Here comes the first flirt, actually. No green test, so he's going to need to get a couple more of those if he wants to finish that up. The positioning wasn't optimal either, but it should be fairly easy to make up with another green test from somewhere. He's got 2 chances at it, so he should be able to get that done. Steps out of conversation at a fairly good time. Steps back in to see if he can get the next flirt. Now, again, he's not in the best of positions, and he really, really would like to hit a green. Never mind, he left. That's unfortunate. So 1 minute left to play, and we've got 1 fairly suboptimal seduce done and no banana bread. So this could be a little bit of a tricky game for our friend Wodar. I just went to see if I can look at the sniper cam to see what was going on over there, but I don't have a sniper cam. 40 seconds left to play, still just the 1 flirt. We might actually have to go for a panic bug, which is just not a place you want to be in on the balcony. 25 seconds left. The clock is starting to run down. There's not even really much point going for the flirt at this point. He's going to need to get a close green test to finish that up. But with 15 seconds left on the clock, the BB comes off with a nice green, and Canadian Bacon decides to take a shot, and it winds up not being the right one. That green banana bread really saved Wodar on that, and he's able to take the first game. So, 1-0 in favor of Wodar. To start things off, he was playing very slowly, probably a lot more slowly than he should, but it wasn't really his fault. It really wasn't. The selection target was just being a mean person. But we're ready to step into the next game. It looks like same game type. Balcony. Any 2 of 3 with no purloin. That is a very tempting position to have the ambassador in, but you really don't want to bug here with that angle with the sniper. So he doesn't. Goes for a quick flirt instead. It wasn't the best positioning, but he was able to hit a green on it. The ambassador's back again, getting quite snugly. Can't resist the bug. Takes it and takes a bullet for it. So Canadian Bacon able to tie things up after the second game. So, yeah. He ties things up after the second game. Let me go find the next one. So, once again, it's going to be balcony. I'm assuming classic balcony. Yet, purloin comes off. It's going to be classic balcony. So, our friend Wodar here, playing as Generalissimo. Once again, Canadian Bacon as the sniper, goes for a quick flirt. Doesn't hit the green, so it's really not a very good flirt. There are many people who would just go for the red test on the flirt there to see if she can kick the seduction target out of the conversation in hopes that she'll re-enter in a better position. But Wodar just takes what little flirt he's able to get from it, which is fine. It's not a bad play by any means. It's just a different one. Minute and 15 left on the clock. Wodar's going to need to hit some greens if he wants to get this done in time. Positioning here, once again, isn't great. Oh, God. Wow. That seduction target is just not helping Wodar at all. It's really unfortunate as she steps back to the conversation. It's on the opposite end again. Oh, God. Wodar's going to have to either induce a shot. The banana bread was a green, so the talking animation was played during it. Oh, God. Oh, man. That is a really bad time to take a drink, but apparently it wasn't caught. So with the banana bread done, contact is obviously finished because the banana bread's done. It's the same thing. 20 seconds left on the clock. He's going to need to find a bug somewhere, but the positioning is so bad, he's going to need to walk for it. He's actually going to do this thing. 10 seconds left on the clock, so overtime is going to happen. I don't think Wodar's going to go for the mission wins. I think he's just going to hope. And it doesn't look like Canadian Bacon's going to take the shot. There's the bug! And there's the bullet. Canadian Bacon on top of it. And Wodar not able to pick that one up. It would be nice if he was a little bit more aggressive as far as seductions were concerned, but the seduction target was really just not being a kind person there. And I probably shouldn't be spinning pens on stream. It's just, I fiddle. It's a thing I do. So Wodar is going to need to start playing a little bit faster and having a little bit more luck with seduction target. That would help as well as we go in to game number 4. Wodar down by 1 versus Canadian Bacon as we step once again onto classic balcony. Now this is a bit of a shame because Wodar can't actually get very close to his seduction target there. Spots opened up, but he went on such a long path, he couldn't have kept going around. Even that was a little bit suspicious, what he did just there. Banana bread comes off. Was able to get it, I think, before Orange Dress left the circle, so Canadian Bacon shouldn't be able to get any lowlights off of that. But with a minute and 15 left on the clock and not a single flirt done, Wodar is once again running into the problem of not being able to missions. So, at least in a good position in the conversation circle, when the seduction target re-enters, it's gonna be a good banana bread. Sorry, a good flirt, but he really needs green tests, and that was not a green test. 50 seconds left on the clock, he needs 2 more flirts in order to finish this up, and that's not going to be an easy task. Wodar really needs to step out, grab another flirt, and hope the seduction target's kind. That's really the only way to do it at this point. And Wodar, with 32 seconds left to play, seduction target finally does step out of conversation, but Wodar's going to have to do something miraculous if he wants to pull this off. Never mind! Canadian Bacon just shoots somebody else, and Wodar picks up the win via patience. As you can tell, I'm not very good at patience when it comes to Spy Party. I have to get my missions done. I feel like if I lose via time, I have failed. It's not a good feeling for me when I lose via time. It's a perfectly legitimate strategy. It just feels so bad. I don't like doing it. But it's working for Wodar, interestingly enough. He's actually not been able to finish his missions once, I think. I think so far it's all been wins on civilian shots and losses on time. This may actually be a good position to go for the bug if the laser starts moving. He wasn't actually in the ambassador's personal space, but once the double agent stepped in, personal space was violated. That was a nice green test on the banana bread, so he did not end up playing the talking animation on that, so he was able to get that done pretty nicely. Had another opportunity for the bug there, but Canadian Bacon was in a spot where he was covering it, so not able to get the bug done safely as Wodar steps back into conversation. For the second, oh god, he's got 99% of that. The first one just wasn't quite close enough. That is so sad face-inducing. Good thing is he's got a minute left to finish it up. So at this point, the plan is probably to just wait for the seduction target to step out of conversation. And there he does go. So Wodar shouldn't have too much trouble with this as long as he's patient and doesn't talk as soon as the seduction target re-enters. He should be alright. 27 seconds left on the clock. Now 20. Should be able to get the flirt done without any trouble. He does just that. Mission win is on the board. 4 seconds left. Unless he gets shot, it doesn't look like he's going to be. No, he does not. And Wodar takes a 1-point lead after game number 5. He finally fixed his missions problem. And just as Canadian Bacon was patient enough not to take any shots, was cluing in on what Wodar was doing, Wodar actually goes for a pretty solid mission win. And even though he got his first 2 greens on the flirts, he still had to go for 3 because the first one just wasn't quite close enough. But wound up working for him nonetheless, as we get ready to step into yet another game of Classic Balcony. Wodar up by 1 as he picks up the spy roll once again. In range for the bug, goes for it, gets it off nice and clean. If he just goes for the banana bread here, which he does, hits the green on that. Mission win is on the board, and ladies and gentlemen, that was one of the fastest games of Balcony I've ever seen. 20-second Balcony win. That's up there. That is definitely up there. Very, very quick game there. Wodar, everything just lined up for him. That was, couldn't have gone better, really. It really couldn't have. Let me just find the next game here. There it is. Classic Balcony, go! Snaps McGee as the ambassador. And away we go. Once again, you get 2 minutes on the clock on this map, and it's one of the 2 maps where the sniper can see everything at all points in time. It's an incredibly behavioral map because there aren't really many hard tells to spot for. That was not a very good banana bread. Not only was it a white test, but there was someone out of conversation as it came off as well. So Canadian Bacon able to get a concrete low light off of that banana bread. and probably get Wodar highlight at the same time. Not a place you want to be as the spy. He does go for the seduce and hits the green on it, and even though he's not in the best spot, that will be full okay. Wodar wins another game. Canadian Bacon shot bullets at the wrong person. Well, it's Spy Party. Bullets singular. He shot a singular bullet at the head of the incorrect partygoer and lost the game for it. Because Spy Party. Wow! I just had a close-up of Wodar's face for some reason show up on the screen. That was unusual. Where's the next game? I will find it. This is the weird thing about doing Spy-Only Cast. I have to actually find each individual game. Here we are! So, once again, classic balcony. Wodar as the spy for the evening. Canadian Bacon as his opponent. And as I was saying earlier, this is an incredibly behavioral map. Wow! That was a sweet bug. That was a really nice bug. He just pops a banana bread in here. This could be another hyper-fast game. I don't think he's going to go for it right away, though, because I'm pretty sure Canadian Bacon's a little bit suspicious of him at this point. So, waiting a little bit for the BB to come off is probably the good play, because if you BB too early and the sniper suspects a bug, he'll often just shoot for it. But the patience wins yet again. Wodar up by 4 after the 8th. And he's looking really strong in his last few games. Picking up some very nice bugs. Very opportunistic stuff, and it's working very nicely for him. I'm gonna talk about balcony now. You can't guarantee that the spy is going to do a hard tell on this map. It's, I think, the only game type that's considered balanced where you can't guarantee the spy is going to do a hard tell. So you really do have to pay a lot of attention to the details. You can't just camp hardtails like you could on Ballroom or Courtyard. You really have to really zero in and look at when people are talking and who they're interrupting and who's talked how many times and what the movement of people is. It's a very behavioral map. So it's a lot different for a lot of snipers than most maps are. It's one of those you either love it or you hate it type of maps. Wodar going for a really early banana bread. I really don't like it because even though I think it was a green, 2 people out of convo during that. It's just not the way you want to play things. The only reason I could see that happening on purpose is if you were trying to make the sniper believe that someone else bugged the ambassador. But even if that was the case, Canadian Bacon would have had to take a shot by now, and he hasn't. So, ooh, nice window flirt coming off here. Oh, not able to get it in time, but he gets another shot at it, so he goes for it. Should be able to get this one off. Lucky positioning for the seduction target after that movement. Able to get the window flirt off without a hitch. He's got 2 flirts done, banana bread done, 50 seconds left to play. Wodar's looking in a pretty good spot right now, even with the 2 concrete low lights. Seduction target steps into convo. All we need is another flirt. Able to get that flirt without any trouble. He does wind up taking the bullet. Canadian Bacon was on him from pretty much right at the beginning. I'm trying to look at the log here, but I can't see anything before 1:30. And he was highlight before 1:30, so it was when the banana bread went off that he took a highlight. But yeah, Canadian Bacon was really on top of that game, and Wodar just wasn't able to eke out the win on that. So Canadian Bacon pulls himself up to 3 wins, hoping to pick up another one here once again. Classic balcony. I'm not sure what Wodar's doing, but the window is not the place to do it. Oh, never mind. He just has the AI still in control. So that's actually fine. I wonder if he's actually going to play this round, or if he's just going to let the AI play it for him. Sorry, my chair is squeaky, but it does that on occasion. So, Wodar, having not yet taken control, hasn't really done anything particularly suspicious, as Snaps goes for the briefcase. So, ooh, that was a very conspicuous piece of briefcasing behavior on the part of his AI. So, we'll see how that turns out. Wodar's AI is being odd. I couldn't tell you whether or not he's being suspicious, but he's definitely being odd. With a minute left on the clock, Wodar takes control, pops the banana bread, looking to induce a shot, and the shot was on himself. Let's be honest. That AI really screwed Wodar over there. Like, that is a perfectly legitimate tactic. There's no reason not to do that. Except for the fact that you know you're not going to get your missions done. But the AI, man. The AI gave Wodar a really rough time of that. And there's only so much you can do at that point. This is why many spies like to take control themselves to make sure, like, instead of keeping the AI on, they just take control and be inconspicuous. But it's very hard to do that on balcony because of how behavioral things are. So, quick banana bread comes off, and a flirt to match. Not the best flirt, only got him about 25% because of how far away he was. But steps out soon after, as does his seduction target. Wodar is doing a little dance for us in the corner there, partially covered by my overlay, which is a bit of a shame. But you must have some sweet... What kind of music does he have going? Okay, yeah, that's head bobbing worthy. I admit I would probably bob my head to that as well. So, section target re-enters the conversation, gets red flirted. Normally I like that stuff, but the position he's in, the section target probably wasn't going to wind up too close. The conversation has shifted, so it's a bit of a better position now than it was, but still, ooh, that's nice. I still don't know if he's going to have time, though. I actually know what song that was because... Whoa. Okay, whoa. Okay, I'm going to actually pause for a second. Do you guys see that? I'm going to rewind. Look at what Wodar does here. The section target is going to re-enter the convo, and he is going to sidle closer to the ambassador to be in range for the bug through his seduction target. There he goes. And just as he's ready to bug, the ambassador leaves. That was sneaky as hell, and it was brilliant. It really was. He was subtle enough that it wasn't really seen, but just wasn't able to do it quite fast enough. So, looks like Wodar's not going to pick up a win on the bug happened. Really? Oh my god, just in the nick of time. Canadian Bacon's making a comeback. He's only down by 1 now after the 11th. That was cool. That was a cool game. I really liked that game. I couldn't really see what happened with the bug because I the camera was just in a weird spot. So, this is what we need replays for, damn it. I want to be able to see stuff like that. But, you know what? That's fine. I'll deal with it. Let's get into the next game. I still think that attempted bug through the section target was hella cool. So here we go. Once again, classic balcony. Wodar as Dat Dares Spy. Canadian Bacon as the enemy. And away we go. So, Wodar, we've seen him do very, very different styles of play. We've seen him go ultra fast. That was just really when he was able to get an early bug off. We've seen him really take his time to the extent where he's probably not going to actually finish up his missions as the banana bread comes off in this here game. And we've seen him actually just not take control for a while. Wodar's a very versatile player on this map. He can do a lot of different things, and he's quite good at the things he does. He's got the banana bread done, picks up his second flirt, but he's only at 52%. So he's going to need to pick up a nice close green test if he wants to finish up his flirt in 3. Otherwise, he's going to need another one. But with the selection target stepping out of conversation here, he definitely has time to get into more flirts. It's going to be tight, but he's got time to do it. And he's going to need to with that positioning. So I can only assume he's going to go for a flirt and then step out of conversation. There's that flirt. 35 seconds left to play. Wodar's going to wait till he stops talking and then immediately step out of convo. Okay, maybe not immediately, but pretty damn close to. So, Wodar, with 20 seconds left on the clock, needs to get back in convo, needs to get one more flirt done. 15 seconds. It's almost overtime territory. 10 seconds left to play. We are indeed going to go into overtime. 5 seconds. He needs to get this flirt off fast. There's the flirt. There's that. Overtime is there. Canadian Bacon needs to take a shot. It is overtime, and he does, but on the wrong person. Wodar played a really nice, really low-key game there, and was able to take the win off it in overtime. Very well played there by our friend Wodar. By the way, for those of you who don't know, this is the guy behind Spy on the Hill. It's all Wodar. It's his thing. It's what he does. He's the guy who thought the whole thing up. He's the one who's organizing it. You have him to thank for Spy on the Hill. If you don't know what Spy on the Hill is, watch Spy on the Hill, damn it, because it's awesome. I love Spy on the Hill so much. Anyways, back to Spy Party. So, once again, Emmy 2 of 3 on Le Balcony. 2 minutes on the clock. And all the arrows were all in a nice line there. That was very adorable. Selection targets. That was a little bit of an odd path for her, but she winds up in a fairly... Oh god, that can't have been intentional. That cannot have been an intentional red test on the flirt there. That is really unfortunate. So, a minute and 25 left to play. People are stepping in and out of the conversation. Not really a good chance to banana bread so far. Selection target re-enters in a very good spot as we go for the flirt. Do not hit the green, which is somewhat unfortunate because we've only got about a minute left to play. Wodar goes for banana bread with one person out of convo, so that's a bit unfortunate, but it was a green. So that'll go... What? Oh. Briefcase, I see. I got really scared there. That was still not a very good briefcase because of how close the ambassador was to the briefcase when it was picked up. 35 seconds left to play. This is going to be really hard. He's not going to be able to get his flirts done. It's going to need to be a shot to the face. Canadian Bacon once again within a point of Wodar. Within striking distance. Let's see if he's able to make that shot he needs to tie things up at 7 as we step in to the 14th game of the evening. as soon as the video loads. Give it a moment. This happens sometimes. Are we stepping away from balcony? We might be stepping away from balcony. Looks like it's going to be Panopticon, ladies and gentlemen. The game type is going to be... what? What will be the game type? Okay. It's going to be any 5 of 6 with no seduce. This is Wodar's thing. Wodar's the man who takes off seduce on Panopticon. I don't particularly like taking off seduce on Panopticon because it's such a oh god! That was seen. I was totally seen. Was that not... He's alive. How is... What? Banana bread. How do you survive that? Canadian Bacon was right there. He did a helibug in front of the laser. And he's alive. I don't understand. That's okay. I'll deal. 2 missions done. 3 minutes and 10 left to play. Is he gonna die now? Please tell me he's gonna die now. No, he didn't die. He just got his bookmarked, I think. I don't understand. Anyways, back to what I was talking about before. I don't really like taking Seduce off on this map because it's such a hard mission to track. It's a bit of a difficult mission to do because of how big this map is and how much you have to walk for it sometimes, but personally, I think it's worth it because it's practically a free mission. It's almost invisible on a map this large. There's just too many people for the sniper to keep track of it effectively. And once again, we're having video loading issues, so that's a shame. Give it a moment. It'll get there. Oh, it got there. Cool. So, we've got Wodar. 2 missions done. Blue book in hand and 2 minutes and 10 left to play. Slowly working his way over toward the red bookcase. Hiding behind a pillar. This is always a conspicuous spot to be in, but it works anyways because you can't be seen behind the pillar. Minute and 50 left to play. As Wodar steps out to... Is he going to put this book back where he found it? Looks like he is. I don't know about this. Unless he's going for the soft transfer here. May have just gotten low lit for that, actually. So a soft transfer would be a good move here. Doesn't go for it. Just puts the book back. And Wodar is fast running out of time. Minute and 15 left on the clock. Wodar with only 2 out of 5 missions done. Finishing this up in time is going to be nigh impossible. Unless he can pick up a time ad somewhere. Goes for the Pearl. Oh god, it's a red test. That's not good. The flashing. The flashing. The bullets. The tie game at 7 apiece. Red test sucks so much. Oh god. Ah. It's a thing that happens. But it's always unfortunate when it does. So, got things after 14 games. We're all tied up, 7 apiece. And here we go. Once again, Panopticon will be the game. And a 5 of 6 with no seduce, as is Wodar's way. You can go for the early purloin here. Dangerous move. It is a white test. Needs to get rid of this drink as soon as he can. Stepping into the statues is a fantastic way to do that. He might get caught on this, but it seems unlikely. And the fast purloin may well end up winning him this, especially since he's not at a middle statue. Keeping the suspicion down as low as he can. Lots of time left. Mission and 2/3 done already. He steps into conversation with nothing much to do there, just once again continuing to keep as low a profile as he can manage. Oh, hello, double agent. What are you doing here? Double talk into the banana bread, but I don't think Canadian Bacon was really looking too close at that. Does pick up a drink, but that's fine. Canadian Bacon has already noticed the distinct lack of guest lists, so shouldn't be any trouble with that. Hello, Ambassador. This is a fantastic position for the bug. I can only assume Wodar's going to go for this. Like, the moment Canadian Bacon looks away, even just now would be fine because of the pillar obstructing. There's no way he can see. But he actually doesn't get the bug off. I have to feel like that's a blunder, a bit of a misplay. It seemed like that was such a golden opportunity with the pillar blocking the arm. The head was seen, it totally was, but I'm pretty sure he could have gotten away with that bug scot-free. Anyways, Wodar once again low on time. Minute and 30 seconds left on the clock as he goes to finish up his third mission. Ooh, and the fourth actually, as he picks up a green swap there. A bold move, but one that could pay off huge. That's exactly what he needs at this point. If he can find a bug or a transfer, that'll be just what he needs to finish this thing up. He's got about 1 minute to do it. The Ambassador comes back again, gets the reverse drive-by, and that, ladies and gentlemen, will be the game unless Canadian Bacon sees the swap. I don't think he has. And Wodar, able to take a game that looks like it's not going to work for him and pull a win out of it. Very impressive stuff. Swap was a gamble, but he was able to hit the green test. The bug was gorgeous. It really was. And between the statue swapping and the game ending was 14 seconds. So, very, very good stuff there. Very well played. It looks like he is switching opponents. Oh. Never mind. Apparently he's switching games. So. Oh. That's unfortunate. Well, I guess you have to cut it off there because we've run out of Spy Party. Wodar wins 7-8 in a very dramatic final game. I didn't even know that was the final game, and apparently that's it. Sorry I'm cutting this off 20 minutes short, but I ran out of Spy Party. So yeah, I'm going to go through the standard announcements again. Tuesday coming up is the Friendship Cast. It looks like it may well be with Bloodwolf, which is exciting, but that's not confirmed yet. And watch out for the parrot, because he's apparently loud sometimes. Friday is when Spy on the Hill will probably happen at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Spy on the Hill is the greatest thing in ever. And then there'll be another Sunday show after that. So thanks you guys for coming out. I'm going to cut it off there. And until next time, this is Deboshi, signing off.